You're up before the sun, the men and women we count on every day. And when you need us most, your Carolina Ford dealers are here for you. Discover what it means to be true blue. For great offers on a new Ford truck or SUV, see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
What if AI could help your business deliver mission-critical outcomes with speed? With IBM Consulting, your business can design, build, and scale trusted AI using Watson X, and modernize the way you work to accelerate real impact. Let's create AI that transforms your business. Learn more at ibm.com/consulting. IBM. Let's create.
Hey everyone, welcome to my Plus Size Grandma Reality Show podcast. This is Coco Bowden. How's everybody doing? I hope that you're all doing fine and that I cannot talk and share out at the same time. Who am I kidding? I can't do it. Let me see. I'm just going to share on one page. I'm not going to share on the other. Maybe I get on into my talking. So first of all, I want to say happy Sunday and thank you, God, for this beautiful day. It is Super Bowl Sunday. And yes, I am going to be cooking a little something. I'm going to do something simple, y'all. I sure am. Excuse all the noise, but I am just starting to stare around, and I gotta get up and get some clothes ready for my daughter to go wash, and that's not gonna be too many. Sure not. And getting ready for my order to come in from Walmart, and just gonna try to enjoy my Sunday. We didn't have church today. But yeah. So, I guess y'all saw the thumbnail, right? I finally got a refrigerator. I almost cried then. To God be the glory. I just don't know what to tell people who actually think that life is not real out here and just thinks that you're going to always have it made. And you may always have it made. But I don't. I'm real with myself. And I'm real with my situation because I want to be able to give God credit for all. I finally got one. It's not a full-size refrigerator. It's a mid-size. But I'm thankful that I got one. It's big enough for what I need. That's all I can say. It's big enough for me and what I have going on right now in my life. Let's see, what else? The refrigerator, it came from Walmart. And actually, I'm going to tell y'all, it's the strangest thing, but I know God works in mysterious ways, so I know it was God. It was just the other day that I did a wish list, right? I did a wish list on Walmart, and I've been sharing that wish list for about, I would say about 2 weeks now. I've been sharing the wish list of some things that I needed for my home. In hopes, that I would get some help to get the stuff that I need for my home. Because I ain't gonna lie, I can't afford it like that right now. Right now, I'm saying. But I have been working toward and saving towards, getting things that I do need to keep, my home up. And this here, I put that wish list out 2 weeks ago. On that wish list was a refrigerator. The refrigerator I wanted it had went on sale for $157. And I had some floor tile on there. I had some chalk on there. Some chalk to seal cracks. I was going to get down on the floor and do that around the floor and my windows. Because I couldn't get the help I needed to do it. I was turned down for any assistance with helping to fix my house. Okay, so don't ask me, why don't you go apply for this, apply for that, because I did. and I got turned down, okay? So I'm left doing this stuff on my own. And if I hire contractors to come in here and do some of the things I need done, they are charging 2-3 times more than what the job is, supposed to be. If the job really costs like $200-$300, they charging me like $1,000. So that's the thing about being blackballed that people don't tell you about. So since everybody knows what blackball is and thinks it's just saying that a person is difficult, I'll tell you what comes along with it. And this is what comes along with it. It's so hard to find genuine help. It is. I have had the hardest time trying to find genuine help. I've been turned away from government programs, government granting to help get my home fixed up. And I do believe that it is because of the blackballing, because before my name went into the system, like they had all these plans to help me get this fixed, get that fixed. And I mean, everything it went through, I was approved to have a whole new bathroom and have it expanded out to accommodate my disability needs, with my back and stuff. And so some days I might not be able to walk and I might can walk in, shower. I was approved for all of that. But as soon as my name went in that system, they changed their mind and denied me after I was approved. I was discriminated against because of the blackball thing. Okay, but anyhow, so I got this wish list that's out there. And I said, there still are some good people out here. I can't say that everybody's bad because everybody has not been bad to me. And so here I am. I go ahead and I put it out there. And the wish list was supposed to be completed by February the 14th, Valentine's Day. That's how long the registry is open at Walmart. So I didn't know. I've been paying on this loan. Let me tell you. Okay, because all this go together. I've been paying on this loan, and I got this loan almost paid off, right? And I'm laying down in the bed and I'm about sleepy. Y'all know how we do. We be sleepy and we'll want to check something and then bam, we hit the wrong button or something. Well, that's how it was. What happened was I thought I was doing a transfer from one account to another account. And then I found out that, hey, I didn't know that I could renew the loan. I didn't know that. So when I hit the wrong account, I got a loan. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this money and I'm going to buy what I need for my home. And right now, the thing I need the most is water and a refrigerator. Now, the doctor told me to go ahead and get the refrigerator, and now I see why he said that. Because if y'all been following my page, then you know I gained 15 pounds back. And a lot of that was due to I didn't have a refrigerator for about 6 or 7 months. And so I just ate at the restaurant. It became cheaper just to eat at the restaurant because I couldn't keep my food cool enough in here for it to, last and be some good and, not become contaminated or, get that salmonella stuff going on. So that's what I ended up doing with the money that I was able to get. I went and brought a refrigerator and I got some grocery. Of course, y'all know I was happy to get that grocery, but I don't buy a lot of groceries because, see, I'm still on the harassment list. So I can't buy a bunch of grocery and think that it's not going to be touched. Okay. So I still have to be safe in that type of means, but I'm thankful though that I can put a fruit groceries in there and not have to worry about getting, food poisoning because it's been exposed to higher temperatures. Now, y'all, at the same time, I got to take these covers off this bed because they getting washed today. Thank God. Thank God. So I know that don't seem like much to many people, but it's a lot to me because I lost so much in this last 2 years. 2020, I was doing so good. Everything was up and up. It seemed like everything was improving, and I had a shot at whatever I need to do. And then 2022, I found out that I was blacklisted. And that, y'all don't know. People come in your house and they do whatever they want to do to it. And so, that's my fight right there. This is my body, my home. I'm going to always declare that no matter what they do. I'm not giving up on me like that. But just so people do know, this is what comes along with the territory. It's people that actually come in here and think that they own my home, they own my body, anything. And so in the process, I had to buy more appliances because the appliance that normally would be still good, if they get mad at me, they come in and mess it up. And that's how the program works. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, you need to look up McCarthyism. And you'll see that in this program, people like me who have been targeted, we are harassed so much at home, no matter where we go. It's always somebody that knows who we are. I tell people all the time, I don't live alone. I don't think I do anyway, because to be honest, I always can tell when someone's in the house. I just have to keep it quiet, I just have to stay quiet because I never know who it is. But anyways, back on the refrigerator, because I ain't getting into that mess today. Back on the refrigerator thing. I just thank God that I got one. And now I can, let's see, what date is this? And now I can do a little bit more than I used to do. And that's always better, right? I ain't holding no hate toward nobody, because people only doing what they've been ordered to do and what they've been told to do. And the only thing I can do is what God has ordered and told me to do, which is live and live life more abundantly. And I'm going to tell you, I was sitting here thinking, and I was like, poor people, have their shares of ups and downs. But the rich can't do without the poor. Because then, who would be there to make them rich? I know, crazy, right? But I was thinking about that. No matter where they go, it's always someone there to help the poor. And those are the good people, and some of them do it, some people help just because they want to, be known for it. But I don't. If you can help people, help them. Because it's innocent people out here who never put themselves in that position. They were forced into those positions, to the position of poverty. And don't think that people like me and them aren't fighting to get up out of it. That's why on one side of things, I can feel where Monique is coming from. Because I know what that list means. And if you have not studied what the list really means, then you're blind. You're out here trying to talk about something and you're blind to the fact of it, that it don't just come with your loss of income, but it comes with a loss of health, Health, and it comes with a loss of family and friends, a loss of colleagues. Right now, I had to erase something off my Facebook page because you know what? I'm going to tell you something. Y'all know I do gospel radio, right? And in my gospel radio, I get harassed by artists, radio promoters. I get harassed by them. I do. And I ignore it. I ignore it sometimes. But you know what? It's so many good people still out here that if they got the nerve to harass me, they don't deserve to be on my radio station. They don't deserve it. Because what they'll do is they'll send me images that are blurred, and then they'll come back and say, oh, I sent the wrong image to you. Now, this happened about, I can tell you about 15 times that this has happened since artists have been starting to send me back music. Or they'll send me the wrong MP3s. They'll send me recordings that's got noise in the background. Now I understand when I'm doing my plus size grandma, you hear my noise in the background because this is my reality. This is like my reality show here. So you're going to hear things moving around. But when I do my gospel radio show, you don't hear things in my background like that. But some of the artists have gotten where they are on the harassment streak right along with all the other people. Like I said, once your name and stuff go in, it's just something. But I was sitting and I was thinking, because I've been thinking all morning, mostly good things though. But I was like, you know what? I don't have to put up with that. I don't have to put up with it. That's a choice. That's a choice. So I'm just saying, if you're listening and you sending me all that crap, if your picture's blurred, if you don't send no pictures, I'm not putting you up. Because I already said what I require. And I'm not dropping my standards just because of where I am financially.
If your low mortgage rate has convinced you to stay put in your house for a while, now is the time to protect your home's value. When it comes to prioritizing home improvement projects, your foundation comes first. If you have or suspect foundation damage, the time to call Ramjack is now. Don't let foundation issues devastate the value of your home. Choose the professionals at Ramjack, trained to identify foundation damage and offer permanent, affordable solutions. Schedule your on-site evaluation today at RamjackUSA.com. That's RamjackUSA.com.
Rekindle, rejuvenate, romance. You, me, and the sea. The perfect escape for love. February 9th through 11th at Atlantic Sands Hotel. A romantic breakfast for two. $60 dinner voucher. And champagne and chocolates. Just $249 per couple for one night, all inclusive. Or $299 for an extra romantic 2 nights. Call 302-227-2511 now. Or AtlanticSandsHotel.com. That's AtlanticSandsHotel.com.
That don't mean I gotta drop my standards for my professionalism. Come on, people. No. So if you don't send the right thing, you wouldn't send that to some of the other radio stations. You wouldn't do that to the Stellar Awards. You wouldn't do that to the Grammys. So you're not going to do that to me. Y'all, I got to come through here and get some bags. It smells like oil in here. Let me see. Why does it smell like oil? What the world? It's like, okay. Anyway, let me get these bags. I don't know what it is, but my breathing is starting to work with me soon. And that's because people come in and put these, I ain't even gonna say. I'm gonna leave that alone. Not finna spoil my Sunday. Almost got me. But yeah, I'm happy to have a fridge. I pray longevity over it. Because y'all, even though I got that loan, I still got to pay it back. So, but I'm just happy that I knew a need and I did it. Because, see, the doctor can't send me my medicine. He wants me to get on Mounjaro. The shots, at least till I get my weight down some. And I can't do that without a refrigerator because, ouch. The Mounjaro shots require refrigeration. They got to be in the refrigerator, so that's why I had to go ahead and do what I had to do. But that also goes to show that God does make provision for his own. Don't let nobody tell you that God don't be doing it. Because he do. I don't know which one of these covers I want to go get washed. It would be nice if I could get them all washed, but I can't. The next thing is trying to find somebody to help me get a key made for my car because, like I said, since people don't know what blackballing is, whenever I get ready to go get something and my phone number shows up, even if I use a different phone, as long as I got the same IP, people gonna know it's me. When I call to have a key made, or even if I have somebody to call to do it for me, because I'm under surveillance. So, because I'm under surveillance, they know everything that I'm saying to somebody. And they tell the people ahead of time. And then, like, the guys say the same thing. Oh, well, let me see if I can get if I can get the right key code. I'm like, what in the world? This is a locksmith. Why are you acting like you a dummy? When I tell y'all people will play dumb and stupid with me, they do. That's no lie. They really play dumb and stupid with me so that they don't have to service me. And when they do service me, they'll make sure that I either have to keep coming back 2-3 times or they won't do it right to the point where I'll be like, I just give up on that place. But I'm going to leave my reviews. You best believe that my 1.8 million views is going to come up to more than that because I've got 2 reviews to do on these locksmiths who absolutely took my money and messed up the keys. They knew what to do for them keys. I'm not going to sit back and baby these companies anymore because they're not doing me any favor or any justice by making it hard for me to get what I need. And first of all, my keys shouldn't have been taken no way. But since they are, and I went to the companies trying to get help. But I'm going to cut these pants and make shorts out of these babies. Sure is. That's how hard it is, y'all. If it wasn't for the anointing, my God. The anointing is what keeps me from day to day. Yeah. God's grace is what keeps me. Lord, I pray these clothes get washed right. I do not have time to be going through. I'm not going to send too many. But what I am sending is some of my... What about this dress? Yeah, I like to sit around the house in tube tank dresses or little house dresses. And that's what I'm washing. Yup. Nothing but dresses. Well, I do got some pants here. because I'm getting ready to start my hardcore workouts. Yes, get ready to go into that soon. And seems like I need another shirt. Yeah, seems like I need another shirt. My breathing. Oh my God. So y'all, I woke up. And when I woke up, I could smell when they done been in my room. And the scent I smell, it just, it works with my breathing. So if you hear me breathing hard, that's why. They put something out, I don't know what it's called. But whatever it is, it smells like a mothball. It's some type of ether, I think. It smells like a mothball, but it's not a mothball. It messes with my breathing. So I had to take this Advil. And I can hear that refrigerator way in here already. For it to be a new one. Do y'all hear it? Listen. It's got like a frequency buzz. I know they probably didn't. They probably didn't mess with it too. But that's why I just hate when people are misinformed and they don't understand what being blackballed is, really. Being blackballed, they say that we're un-American or that we're against the government. And because of that, they say we don't deserve to have, the things that the American people have. Like running water, good electricity. There's a such thing as good and bad electricity. The bad electricity is what they induce in your household, where they put a strain and they make the power surges so strong, y'all. When I tell you that I've spent a many nights in here crying because just getting basically electrocuted, shocked throughout the night. And the clicking that comes along with it, goodness gracious. And it's not schizophrenia. Trust me. I'm going to tell you the honest truth. It would probably be better if it was that. Because then I would have an explanation and a reason for it versus that it's not really that. I'm not kidding. It probably would be less painful to be in that position than to have to feel what I'm feeling. And the breathing and it's so much that comes along with this. Now my next thing that I got to start working on in my house it's gotta be my floors. I mean, there's no other way around this, because if I don't get something done soon, I may just have to go no further than the living room. And see, I was supposed to have got help with all that. But like I said, once you are pronounced un-American, nobody wants to help you. Nobody wants to give you anything. I can say shout out to a few churches that are real to the core. I mean, they did care. They did care. And they did look at me and they was like, hey. But at least they spoke. At least they made an effort. I say at least somewhere in their heart they knew that I was still a person. Unlike other places, they don't care. They don't care if I'm a person or not. Man, all these holes in my clothes. Scissor cuts. cuts right at the pockets. Like most of my, any piece of clothing I have that got pockets, most of them have the pockets cut out of them. And of course, I didn't do that. That's their way of telling me that I will always be broke. And I rebuke that in Jesus' name, amen. I rebuke it. I'm not claiming any of that stuff. No matter what they do, I'll get like they did back in the olden days. I'll put me something together, because, honey, I know how to sew. But I shouldn't have to do that in my own home. Y'all, please research what McCarthyism is. So the next time somebody tells you to dislike somebody because they dislike them, you'll know why. Because that's what it is. McCarthy was this senator who believed that the communists, they didn't deserve to be treated like Americans, or he went fear-mongering. He made people think that the communists was trying to have their own government and was trying to take over, the United States. But that wasn't true. The real truth was he was trying to take over. And he took over that one man, to this day, his principles has taken over so many American minds. They were out here treating people bad based upon the fact that man didn't like somebody. And that's how it is now. I'm getting treated bad because somebody didn't like me for something. I don't even know, really. Every piece of clothing, look. I wish I could show y'all these threads coming out my clothing. I still gotta wear it because I ain't got money to be buying no extra clothing. No. So if you see me show up to church and I got holes in my clothes, just know I'm doing the best I can. And at least I did arrive. I did show up. Because, oh, get off me. Because this stuff is real. Yeah, here my yoga pants is. Gonna get these cleaned up for the week. I want to work out starting tomorrow. Gonna be working out 3 to 4 times a week. And work my way up. Yep, y'all go study McCarthyism, because that man was evil. Him and Edgar Hoover. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but the FBI man. Yeah, y'all really need to go. This is the time when social studies is so valuable. I hate that I didn't really learn as much as I could have in school, because it's a repeat. It's nothing new. It's a repeat of what they did back in the days. They just do it now more smoothly, and they can do it quicker because of technology. I shouldn't have never been without a refrigerator. Before all this started happening, I had water, I had a refrigerator, I didn't have no holes in my floors. My floors weren't weak, none of that. My walls weren't dirty. Did I tell y'all that they vandalized the walls too? They throw something, I think they called it, I read somewhere that it's diesel fluid that they put on the walls, and you can't remove that stuff. I've tried. I tried to wipe the walls down, and they put this tacky brown stuff on the walls. That stuff.
Rekindle, rejuvenate, romance. You, me, and the sea. The perfect escape for love. February 9th through 11th at Atlantic Sands Hotel. A romantic breakfast for two. $60 dinner voucher. And champagne and chocolates. Just $249 per couple for one night, all inclusive. Or $299 for an extra romantic 2 nights. Call 302-227-2511 now. Or AtlanticSandsHotel.com. That's AtlanticSandsHotel.com.
Hosting a watch party for the big game can be a blast. But between all the shopping, serving, and cleanup, you need your A game to get everything done and still enjoy it. Introducing the Bartesian, the sleek countertop device that freshly mixes cocktails at the touch of a button. Think of it as your all-around MVP that can QB the bar and make every cocktail a winner. With Bartesian, there's no stocking the bar ahead of time or missing a big plate of mixed drinks. And with over 50 different cocktails to choose from, all made with real juices, extracts, and bitters, your guests get their favorite cocktail at their preferred strength. Regardless of who wins, you'll still have the Bartesian on your home roster, making you the biggest winner of all. Bartesian. Order yours today and receive free shipping. Visit Bartesian.com/cocktail to shop now. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
Don't come off like that. And that stuff is chemical based. And so it makes a person sick. It was making me sick and I couldn't do nothing about it. I've laid in here the last 2.5 years sick. I'm sick now, but I made up in my mind to just get up and keep going. Go much as I can. Whew. Yep. Whew, y'all. How long have I been on here? How long have I been on here? Okay, 30 minutes. But yeah, y'all keep praying that good people pray. Now, I don't need everybody's prayers because some of you, well, I'm not going to say that. Lord, you'll know who's for me and who's against me. And if they are against me, then it's all right too because God is still for me. I think I'm done with this. I think now I might sweep up my room, put on my little tam hat. Y'all like wearing tams? I love me a good tam. My daughter brought me one for Christmas, and I love it. So we're going to change subjects now. So what I got to do now is I got my clothes together, and I may just sweep up my bedroom some. So tonight when I come in after that Super Bowl, I get over here and I just be myself. Have myself a little ball in my bed. Let me see. This better not be what I think it is. What is that? Car. Motor vehicle. Ain't this supposed to be in my car? Y'all, let me tell y'all. My keys is not that far. Somebody has my keys. My keys is not... Okay, backstory. November 19th, I woke up and my keys were missing. Why this broom sweep so good? I woke up and my keys were missing. And I was like, I can't even go to church now because I ain't even got a way to church. Because me and my granddaughters were supposed to go to church. My keys been missing since November 19th. Now, what happened the night before? Well, actually, it was the morning before. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I realized that I didn't have my sleep apnea machine. So I gets up, and I say, oh, my God, I left it in the car. I go out the door, and as soon as I go out the door, I see a man standing in my yard. And he ducks behind the bushes. And then I said, you know what? I can't be afraid. I got my phone with me if I need to call 911. I'm going to go on and get this thing. I went on and got it. And I brought the keys back with me. And I sat down in the living room because I was like, I need to check the cameras right quick so I can see if I see anything. And I did. I checked the cameras. I couldn't see nothing on there because, you know, they got the Wi-Fi jammers. So they put it where when they come up, that my signals go out. And I said, well, I'm going to just go to bed. I'm going to just put it all in God's hand and go to bed. And that's what I did. I brought my keys in here with me. Well, when I first came, I didn't have the keys. And I said, oh, let me get up and go back and get it. And it's on camera when I went back in there and got my keys. And I came back and laid them on side of me because I always sleep with my keys beside me. I laid them on side of me in the bed, and when I woke up, them keys were gone. And people were trying to convince me, oh, didn't you might have left them in the car. I said I did not leave them in the car. I didn't. All I needed with the key was to unlock the door. You know what? Just pay $50 for a guy to come out here and unlock the car door. This past week, last week, around the 5th or the 6th, it was that I paid that man $50 to come out here and unlock that car door, and there was no keys in there. But yesterday, somebody was close enough that they had my keys, and they hit the alarm, and the car started going off, beep, 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 beep. And I was like, it's somebody. I said, I've been told y'all it was somebody came in here and got. See, this is the thing. I've been made to look crazy because other people don't see what I see, and normal things turn into super normal things normal things turn into these things that look like, girl, you just out your mind talking. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's people doing this. It ain't no ghost. It ain't no clones. None of that. It's people. When I see things happen, it's people I see doing it. It's not no ghost. It's people. It's a crime. It's a hate crime. It's what comes with blackballing. You get harassed. It's people that I see doing this. I've never seen a ghost. I've never seen a ghost. I've seen the optical illusions that they play on my trailer, on the outside of my trailer. Like they have these holograms and these optical illusions, and that's coming off in projectors. That's not a ghost doing that. That's not an alien doing that. That's a person running that. Because I've seen them. My big thing is, and the big question everybody else ought to be asking is, why don't the police come out and investigate it? They can't. They can't investigate what they part of. They can't do it. It's a major operation. And in the mix of this major operation, people like me, innocent people, we get hurt. We get hurt. And we speak up and we talk too much about it, we get hurt worse. So that's why I don't really talk about it like that, like I used to. They know how to hush you up. And I ain't gonna lie, they do. Like, cause I was like, I got tired of getting hurt. So I started being quiet. But it wasn't ghosts, it was people. And it got to the point where everybody was telling me I need to go to a psychiatrist. I was like, y'all dumb. Y'all crazy yourself, because I am seeing a psychiatrist. See, that's why you don't let people know your business. At that time, I was going to a psychiatrist. I was already in therapy, and I guess the people didn't know that. I was already in therapy. But I wasn't in therapy for no schizophrenic. I was in therapy because of anxiety. And I was supposed to be taking EDMR. But then, I started working on myself with the PTSD because I knew everything I needed to do. I just needed that outside, that third party source that you can, confide in. But then what stopped me from going to therapy? That woman sat up in there and opened them blinds up so that whoever was on the outside of that window, they hit me with their laser. That's what stopped me from going to therapy. I came home, I took a picture of it. My eye was messed up from it. I said, she won't see me down there no more. And then when I told her, I said, ow, I got hit in my eye. You know what she gonna say? Oh, well, time's up. And she wouldn't close the blind. But then when it was over with, she went and closed the blind when I was leaving out. She knew what she had did. She opened up that blind so that man could hit me. Because, see, they all work together. Everything works together. You just got to know who the good people are and who the bad people are. Because there's some good people that work in on it, but they don't realize all the bad stuff that's going on in the back of it. Anyways, my room look a little better already. Anyways, it's just, you have to find your new life. My life is to just keep going. It's days like this when I can get up and I can testify to the goodness of God that, hey, look, God provided for a refrigerator. Now, that won't just me having luck. That was a real thing right there. I needed that. And I couldn't get my medicines, the medicine that I needed for the weight loss thing, until I got a refrigerator. Now I can call the doctor and say, hey, I got the refrigerator now. Because he was like... Because he asked me, he said, can you get the refrigerator? I was like, no. At the time, I couldn't get the refrigerator. But then I didn't realize that once you pay off loans, I had a car loan thing. It was like I had a loan for the down payment on my car. And I about paid it off. And I didn't know that I could just renew it. And I was like, wow. So... that worked. That helped. And I thank God for it. My next goal, as I said, is I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I got to figure out how. Because I got a feeling I'm going to have to do it by myself. And I'm going to have to get out of the fear of using a saw. Because if I had a saw, I ain't lying. I would have did this. If I knew how to use a saw, a skill saw. If I knew how to use a skill saw, my floor would have been in. Like this right here, this wouldn't have been like this. My floor would have been in. But one thing I noticed about everybody who got attacked underneath this blackballing thing, because it's not just me. I've noticed other family members, their houses got done the same way. And it all started out the same way. And I was like, wow. It's not just me. That's what keeps me going too. Even though I get done wrong sometimes, still I have that love in my heart. And that love is my driving force. Like, I ain't never been loved like I've been loved by God. So that love stays there. Like, I don't have to worry about God rejecting me or him abandoning me or him snatching that love from me. I don't have to worry about that. The only thing that can separate me from the love of God is if I try to go and live without him. It would be on me. It wouldn't be because God said, hey, I'm done with you. No. And so that's why I be trying to teach people in Kiva. Because most women who have been broken and battered and bruised with life and by men, and most men that have been done the same ways, likewise, it's because they want to be loved. And most of the time, that love that they're looking for, they look for it in another person, but really they want it from their family. And so I had to learn that when you stand by yourself sometimes, you got to learn how to love yourself regardless. Even through this trials and tribulations here, I still have to love myself, and I still have to have love for those who are persecuting me, throwing my name out there. I still got to love these people, because if I don't love them, then the weight of hate is heavy, and that's going to be on me. I carried that burden before. See, I hated certain people before, and they were family. And I hated them for 10 years. 10 years I went with that hate in my body. I stayed sick. my weight went up to 560 pounds. Every time I see them come in a store, I go the other way, which when I would go the other way, you know, I was hurting me because I didn't get the things I needed. I just kept hurting me the whole time I hated them. They were living their life. But here I was still stuck on the fact that what they had done to me, and I was holding it. And I was like, you know what? That 10th year came. I don't know what happened. But I must have read or heard something that just pricked me in my heart. And I was like, I got to let it go. I got to forgive. And I looked around and I was like, dang, even the man I was with at that time, the man, whether he was with me or them, he was still just hateful and nasty. And finally I had to realize, hey, it's a choice. And he had a choice. He didn't have to go sleep with them. He had a choice. Here I am holding a 10-year grudge, getting fat, getting sick. I mean, because let me tell you something. Hate don't only go in your heart, but hate gets locked up in your bones, in your joints. When you hate somebody, it's to the bone. When they say to the bone, it's literally to the bone. I'm not kidding you. That's why I can't even hate these people that's doing this stuff to me, because that hate can go to the bone, and I know what that feels like. I don't want my bones filled with hate. There's no life in bones that got hate. There's no life there. I got too much color in my forecast. I like too much of everything. Like, it's a choice. When I started forgiving, my life turned around. When I started forgiving, let me tell you what happens when you begin to forgive. When you start forgiving people, it's like the speck starts coming off the eye. And each day, a little piece of you emerges out of that darkness. And you keep coming into the light. And you start seeing the beauty of flowers again. You start seeing the beauty of good smell goods. You even see the beauty on people again. You start to notice that, hey, you got pretty skin. I've never seen that like that before. Or I like the way that you cook that. You know, your food even tastes different. That's the beauty in forgiveness. Is you let so much go. That's why I don't know what I'm going to have to keep doing in the future. But one thing I'm going to keep doing is loving people and trusting God and loving myself. Ain't nobody out here that bad enough to make me hate myself. I don't care what I've done in my past, and you dug up on me and you come and you threw it out there for everybody to see and for them to beat me down with it. I don't care. I'm not going to stop loving me, loving people, and loving God. I've been on that other side of the table. I heard somebody say yesterday on something I was watching. I think it was on TikTok, because I love some TikTok. But what they said is the first half of life is for you to make mistakes, go through your bruises, you know, get your beat downs. The next half of life, you're going to spend healing and living again, finding your way back. And that's what I'm in, that half. I'm not in that first half. Like, even when I get hurt now, I don't keep no records of stuff like that in my heart. Now, I know for the sake of one day, you know, this thing might go to trial or somebody might be arrested for it. I know I have to keep that kind of record right there. But as far as a record of hate of what they doing, no, it's not that. No, never. Love don't keep no records. Now now the records that I do keep sometimes are like, you know, like I said, if anything was to come about this, and I would have proof that, hey, you know, this is what really happened. If I was to keep, you know, kind of like a doctor's office, they had to keep records of you, to make sure give you something to compare. That's what it's for, to give you something to compare with. And that's it. But as far as like in my heart, nope. I've tossed that thing out, because when I forgave the same way God tossed it out into the sea, that's what I did. That's why I don't get upset like that. Can't get upset like that, because then you lose the focus of God. And if I lose God, I done lost everything. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. Because with God, he can mend all relationships, heal all hearts. He can make the blind see. But if I don't have God in my life, none of that can happen. And I can't see him do it for others. So that's why I'm just like, I'm believing God. That's it. There's nothing else to it. Just even sitting here talking to y'all, I'm starting to see clearly now. In my room, even my room looks brighter just by me talking and releasing that off. That's because love keep you right here where you need to be in the moment. So don't be out here hating people because they hate you. Don't do it. I be looking at some of the folks, they go to church every Sunday. They go to church 3-4 times a week. And I look at them, and they look just as dead and dry as the dead. I don't know what they doing in them churches, but I don't want to be part of it if I got to look like that. If I got to be sad, miserable, and complaining every time I turn around about something going on in the church. No, I don't want to look like that. But I thank God I'm at a good church. That's for sure. I thank God for that. My granddaughters go, we go, and we enjoy church. But those of y'all that's going to church 3-4 times a week and you still ain't changed and turned from your evil ways, or you just always got to complain about somebody else. Look, whatever you do, get to a place of repentance in your heart. Get to a place of forgiving people. Some of y'all holding on to things that happened last year, back when the pandemic first started. Oh, they owe me this amount of money, that amount of money, because I took them to the hospital to get seen. If it hadn't been for me, they wouldn't be here. I know a guy who always was like, if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have that. They wouldn't have this. He kept so many records. Oh my goodness. This guy kept so many records of everything that he did for people that he forgot he was living. I just threw the phone, y'all. I threw the phone down. I don't know if you heard it or not. But he did so many things for people that he kept record of. Okay, I helped her pay a light bill. Kept the record. He kept all this stuff in his heart and his brain. And he called it good deeds. And it was good deeds. Don't get me wrong. It was good deeds. The problem was, it was kept in his heart versus love for people. Love wasn't kept in his heart and his head and his mind. It was what I can do for you and what you can do for me. Well, that fella, that young man, to this day, he don't see the beauty in life. He sees no further than his mind allows him. And the only way he feels good is if he's getting admired by others for doing something. And that's miserable, because you can't be happy until somebody gives you permission to. No. You can't be happy or release the good endorphins until you do something for somebody and they say thank you. Or they post on Facebook what you did for them. They've got to admire you and your skills. But out of everything you've done for everybody, you did nothing for yourself. Nothing for yourself. That's a big problem. Because how can you give so many people life and lighten up their day, but your day ain't there? No, see, that ain't the way God wants us to be. It's enough of God to go around for all of us. But if you don't want God in your heart, that's why that song say, you ought to let him in. Because if you don't want him in your heart, he's not going to take up space. I want God to take space all in my heart and mind. Because he know what's best for me. Because sometimes my judgment ain't good. But that's why I say also, when you keep all them records, that's what becomes of your love. The love, the more records you have, the less love you have in your heart. And that's how people get cold. They get cold-hearted. Keep record of all them bruises. I mean, all the people that did you wrong. Now, I'm not saying you're supposed to just let it go, because you don't. You don't just let it go. You know what they did. But what I'm saying is, don't let that past stuff take up residence in your future. Because if it does, you're going to miss what God has for you, which is more beautiful than what you've been through. This second half of life is for us to heal and live. And it's a beautiful place to be. Because now I can look at what I go through now, and I can sit back and I can still smile. I can still have my dinners. Even if look, true story right here. True story. I got to get it out before I go. I lost most of everything I had twice. I know, I heard Fantasia say that, and I didn't think nothing about it when she said it. But then I got to thinking, wait a minute, I did too. 2016, had to get rid of everything in my home. Beds, clothes, furniture, tables, everything. Had to get rid of all this stuff that I owned. None of it was any good after a certain situation had happened. My house had got gassed and stuff. And so nothing was any good. Then it turned around. Right time, I think I'm finally starting to build up a little bit. I finally just got where I had a sofa. All that. It did it again. I had to lose everything again. Do y'all know? It took me 3 years to just get a recliner. To just be able to get a recliner. And thank God there's a such place as Badcock, because they took a chance on me and somebody gave me credit. I don't even know who it was, but somebody gave me credit. And I got my first recliner. It ain't been 3 years. Hold up. It ain't even been 3 years. I just got that recliner in 2022, I want to say. Either the end of 2021 or 2022, I just got a recliner in here that I could sit on. I was having to sit in my bedroom. And then I had this one chair that I would sit on during the day. And my kids, my granddaughter and children, they had to sit on the floor. I didn't even have a table. I had a friend call and say, hey, we're giving away some stuff down here at the church. And I went and got that table. It was a little black round table, came with some chairs. As a matter of fact, I still use the chairs. The table's outside, but I still use the chairs. But God blessed me. He blessed me to have a new recliner. And then in 2023, I got approved for a lift chair, which I really needed for my back since being diagnosed with the new rare back disease thing. And I got approved for that. And I got my lift chair last year. 2023, I got the lift chair. So now in my living room, what I have is 2 recliners. I don't even have a sofa. So when my grandkids come, they'll sit on the floor. But God blessed me also. Once I paid off the recliner, I went and got something I've never got in my entire life. A brand new table set with 4 chairs. And it was just what I wanted. Caught it on sale at Badcock. $4.99. I said, yes, that's it right there. And I had paid off my chair, so I was like, yes, I can do this. Little bit at a time. So I got the table and chairs. Now, I thought I wasn't going to be able to get the refrigerator until I paid that off. But then, you know what I told y'all happened? I was able to get the refrigerator. So when I look at this, I was sitting talking to my daughter last night, and I said, do you not see something here? God bless me. It won't even use stuff God gave me. He blessed me to get new things in my home. New things. It wasn't secondhand, and it won't even that I was too good to get secondhand stuff. I wasn't too good because remember I got the secondhand table, and I used that table for about, I say a good 3-4 years I used that table. But he allowed me to get new things. It never entered my heart that I could have new. Never. It didn't enter my heart. But look what God did. And on that note, I've been on here a whole hour, and I'm just going to leave y'all with this right here. No matter what goes on, if it's criminal, yes, take your records. Get your records, write down what you need to write, dates, time, take pictures, everything. But when it come down to your heart, don't fill your heart up with any of that stuff, not even criminal stuff. Don't fill your heart up with it. Because it'll break you down, it'll weigh you down. The man who always had to be admired and kept doing stuff for people, he's still doing that. And that's the only way they deal with him. They don't love him and he don't really love them. They just need each other to keep admiring each other. One needs something and one needs admiration. So don't hold on to that stuff in your heart. Get up and live and love. Don't worry about how tomorrow's going to be, because God going to take care of tomorrow. He took care of my needs, y'all. I didn't even think I was going to get a refrigerator. It didn't even enter my heart that I was going to get a refrigerator this soon. And I did. By the grace of God, I got it. I never knew I was going to get the recliners new, the table set new. God has furnished my home in the midst of adversity, in the midst of me going through all hell, getting beaten, bruised. God is still doing and working miracles. And that's enough. Enough said. All right, y'all. I got to go. I got to leave. I would play you a song, but catch me tonight at 9 o'clock. If the Super Bowl be y'all. If the Super Bowl still be on at 9, we will do it around 10:30, 11 o'clock, okay? On UGA Gospel Storm. All right, peace, love, and happiness. Y'all have a great Sunday. And happy Super Bowl. Don't y'all eat too much. But do what you got to do. All right, y'all.
The key to successful Valentine's Day gift giving is to show your Valentine that you truly get them. You need something personal as their favorite cocktail, which is why the Bartesian cocktail maker is the perfect Valentine's Day gift. The Bartesian is a sleek countertop device that makes over 50 bar-quality cocktails at the touch of a button, including your Valentine's favorites. If they love margaritas, Bartesian can make over 10 kinds. If they like whiskey, they can choose an old-fashioned one night and a sidecar the next. Plus, your Valentine can choose their desired strength, from mocktail to strong. And not only does it make your Valentine's favorite cocktails, but it makes yours too. Skip the overpriced dinners and impersonal gifts. Instead, treat your Valentine and yourself to a present you'll both enjoy long past February 14th. Bartesian. Order yours today and receive free shipping. Visit Bartesian.com/cocktail to shop now. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
Before AI can help your business predict demand, accelerate growth, inform decisions, automate tasks, reveal insights, generate content, you have to trust it. Introducing watsonx Governance, helping you govern any AI as data, models, and policies change so you can scale it responsibly. Let's create AI that begins with trust with watsonx Governance. Learn more at ibm.com/governance. IBM. Let's create.